This is one of your babies,
Oh
I'm
yeah, one of
assuming.
my babies. Yeah, I like a lot of the Warlock cards. All right. Let's start off with demonic studies. Discover a demon. Next one costs one, one less. I think this is bad, but I forgot what the Spellger's synergy is. Demons just suck.
Yeah,
Um,
demons are kind of slow sometimes and weird.
yeah, I mean there are some good ones from other classes. Like if we could get ones from Demon Hunter, it'd be a little bit better, but we can't.
I'm
So
just honest.
yeah, I'm gonna give I want to see. I'm trying to remember the spell burst synergy. If there wait, is there no spell burst for Warlock? Oh,
I
there's no.
don't know.
Oh,
Oh,
there
brilliant.
isn't.
Ups,
No
appreciate
spell
it.
burst. In that case, this is definitely 1/1. Like, why am I gonna run this card?
The only thing
Uh,
I think of is if you play this to bank a mana so that you can gambling on a later turn. I don't think you need to do that.
yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I guess you could. Yeah, I don't know. I just think it's bad. So yeah,
Yeah,
1/1. Raise Dead. Turn two friendly minions that died this game to your hand. Um, it's hard because most of the stuff is crap, and you even get like randomly generated stuff. Like if you're playing Galakrond Warlock, which could be bad. And you take 3 damage, and your life total actually matters as Warlock. So
Mhm.
it's like it seems pretty bad. Um,
This intrigues me in Zoo because two reasons. First, extra card. It can be like 0 mana draw two if you're aggressively pushing board. If you don't care about your life total as much in Zoo, gets you your stuff back, which can also kind of work with gambling if you hit something cheap.
yeah,
This does, to some extent, have self-damage synergy, not just with the new stuff, but about like Dark Glare, about Vulture.
oh,
Like
that's true. I should be thinking about that stuff. Yeah, or
if you play Dark
the three
Glare,
mana guy.
then
Yeah,
you get 2 mana back, you get two minions back, and maybe you could play those minions. Maybe one of them's a Flame Imp or something, and then you get more mana back.
yeah. Oh, that's real good. Okay, I'm gonna give this a 1/3.
And three.
Because I think part of me just thinks this card's bad, but it does have a lot of synergies. So
I'm in it for a 2/3, but yes, I see the deck building potential more than the real power.
yeah, I think it's gonna be cut from those decks, but it at least has a lot of potential.
Yeah,
We thought this card was bad in Priest. That was our verdict.
yeah.
But all right, the Soul Sociologist Malacia. We talked about this one earlier.
So let's talk about Soul Fragments in Warlock. What applications do you see?
Yeah, so I was looking at it. And I think let's look at all the cards just kind of before.
Sure.
So I was thinking you could play some sort of maybe you don't um, because you've got like School Spirits, which is kind of like Breath. But I was wondering like was imagining some sort of you use like the Soul Fragments, just kind of, and then you kind of play like a Zooey mid rangey deck. So you're doing things like Spirit Jailer, and then you're controlling the board, and then getting some egg synergy off with discipling Gandling.
Mhm.
That was kind of, but it's such a loose like it's an idea that I haven't quite fleshed out, and I really need to try stuff out. But that being said, like even within that, I feel like this card isn't that good because, well, as Warlock, I'm tapping a lot. And how many of these cards do I have? So how often do I get like a big payoff on this? You know?
Yeah, I'm
Um,
not really keen on the Sociologist in Warlock either.
yeah,
Like a 1/2 for me.
yeah, yeah. I like one too. It's just I don't know. Like the more we talk about it, the more I think it's bad. So all right.
So Soul Shear, I'm kind of in it for like a 2/3 on Soul Shear in
Yep,
Warlock.
it's there for the synergy. Not horrible as a 2 mana card. Warlock does run. Does think that it contradicts 1 mana. Odd cards are a lot better than even cards in Warlock, um, because of the hero power so valuable. But like unstable fill, but like the thing that does it's like the Holy Smite, but with downside, is used.
Yeah.
So like I could see someone using this. Plus you get the like it being good. If the soul fragments are good, this will be just good because it's not bad at
Some
this.
more
So
synergy.
yeah,
That's nice.
yeah,
The school spirits,
yeah.
worse dark skies, but it's still not bad AoE.
Yeah, I mean, Breath of the Infinite is used and good in Priest. So if Breath of the Infinite is good, like this is Breath, but you can't not target yourself if you don't have dragons, but you get the 2 souls. So I think this card's pretty good. I could see it just, I could just see it being used in a theoretically in a deck that doesn't even run or that doesn't even run many soul fragment synergy things just because it's like 2 damage to all minions is valuable. So I'm gonna go 3/3 here. I think it's a good card.
2/3, but yes, I see the points. Light Scholar is one that's confusing me a little bit. The 3-mana 3/4
Yeah.
that the soul fragment to deal 3.
So
It's probably God, it's so weird.
yeah, so it's if soul fragments are good, like and you this like this is just I mean think about Edwin where you have to use a SI7 that sees play.
Yeah.
You have to use a coin, but this is I had to play a 1/3 on one, and then I have a 3/4, which is significantly better at 3/3, which a lot of like cards like the dragon synergy guy that's running in dragon decks that deals 2. This is 3, so it's pretty easy to get. Like same kind of thing as like dragon, you have to play the combo. This you have to play the other thing, but it does 3 and it's more stats. So I think this is real good. I'm gonna give it 3/3 here.
3 sounds reasonable. And now when we get to Void Drinker.
So this card, I think people. I don't know if like what have you heard about this card? What do you think about this card?
So, full disclosure, what I'm thinking of when it comes to soul fragments is they make Flesh Giant cheaper.
Yep.
Void Drinker is very thick as a mid-rangey taunt. And in the early stages of the game, we have these acting as removal spells. And I'm wondering if we have a handlock style deck on our hands.
Yeah, I'm not sure. There's not that much actual payoff for the handlock of you only have Abyssal Summoner, which is a good card. But yeah, this is another big kind of threat. So it's a thing of the. I'm wondering like because often you're playing your 1-drops, how likely you have it like the soul fragment because it's certainly good when you have the soul fragment. But like if you're kind of behind, I don't think it's like yeah.
Like a mid-range handlock, it can play the 1/3. It can play the deal 3 damage spell. It can play the 3 damage AoE 3-mana AoE spell. And if you could play 6 cards in your deck that make soul fragments before you play Void Drinker, I think you can consistently Void Drinker. This card can, for whatever it's worth, be found by Sense Demons.
Yeah, well, that's it's interesting. Of like, I feel like if you're behind on board, it's a deck that there's a lot of things that can wreck this on turn 5. That's another thing I'm kind of worried about.
Yes.
So if I'm playing, even like Demon Hunter, I feel like they're going to have a good answer for this. Maybe they're just running weapon. Maybe they're, but I feel like they're going to be able to hit through this. Yeah, Rottenness. I feel like there's so many good answers to this card that makes it, and then the payoff does matter where sometimes you don't have the soul fragment and it's this awkward 5-mana 4/5, which is terrible. So the low roll is really bad. If this were a 4-mana 4/5, like it would be a way different story, Or even if this card was like a 5-mana, like a 5-mana 5/7, destroy soul fragment, give +2/+1, something like that. But it's the low roll is really bad. So I'm gonna give this a 2 and a 3. I almost want to give it a, but yeah, I don't think it's that as good as people are saying.
I'm going to go for a 3/3 on this. I'm a little bit of a believer in this handlock style deck. As I was trying to flesh it out, the Flesh Giant does to yourself and you heal a lot with the soul fragments, the nether breath,
Mm-hmm.
the dragon, his nether wing. I
Yeah.
think probably reduce flesh giants pretty fast. And if you
Oh,
have void dream
yeah.
and you have flesh giants and you have the vile spine card, I think you have something kind of starting to come together. I'm a little bit of a believer. I'm going to be optimistic.
Yeah, I like a lot of the other cards. I'm not as optimistic on this Void Drinker. I could see it not even being run in a Soul Fragment deck. So
I assume you'd like Spirit Jailer, though.
yeah, Spirit Jailer, 1/3 gets the synergy. It's just I'm just go 3/3 or 3/2. It's whatever. It's not an interest. It's a enabler card and it's good stats. Not much to say here.
For 3/3 because I think Zoo also plays this.
Yo, that's true. You could just get the heal, which matters because it's 4 heal eventually. Yeah.
There you go. Like
yeah. I could see you running this in Zoo. Now that I think about it, and the Flesh Giant, just to get the heals, because like when you tap or get the heal, that gets your Flesh Giant and that heals you. So that's nice. Yeah. Okay. All right. Archwitch Willow. Summon a random demon from your hand and deck. This card I really like, but it's probably not good. But I really like if Void Lord were still a thing, you know, and Doomguard, like this would slot so nicely into Q block, you know.
It certainly does cost 9 mana.
But I was wondering if you could run it with the 5/7 taunt demon, and just not like because yeah what is it? Enhanced Dreadlord, is that the name, guys? Yeah. So you might be able to get away running like this and Enhanced Dreadlord, and then maybe like one other demon. Or
I am not a believer.
Yeah, I already tried that deck with what's his name? With Conrad Evenlock. It wasn't good.
The way the 1/3 Spirit Jailer is also a demon, so counter that discounts it to 0.
Yeah. Oh, so you can't run that card. So you can't run the Soul Fragment synergy basically, in that deck. So it's a big build around, and theoretically like the payoff is good. So I'm trying to actually remember. Like I'm wondering if you ever, but the thing is. What's also is like, if you're already running all these big demons, it's like theoretically, yeah, this is great, but like the builder and like often, okay, if you draw this towards the end, but it does pull it out from your hand, so that can be good. So I don't know, like if I could see this card seeing playing wild, even though wild they're doing it on turn 4, so probably still doesn't see playing wild.
Give it a 1.
But yeah, I'm gonna give it a. I like it too much, even though it's going to be bad. I'm going to give it a 2/2, just because I can't give it a 1. It's a fun card, but it's bad.
Philosophy and Warlock. I'm still a 1/1 on this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give it 1/1. I don't feel like talking about this card again.
Fine.
All right, Flesh Giant for Warlock. This card seems really good. Am I right?
It does seem really good.
Because it's so easy to damage yourself a bunch of times. And now with the Soul Fragments, like you said, you could just run Zoo, not even run any Soul Fragment synergy, and just use it to get the Flesh Giants, you know?
So you got the Raise Dead synergy if that's what you want to go for. You can use the Soul Fragments to heal. You can use Nether Breath to heal. You can tap.
Yeah.
You can use Rain of Fire, Crazed Netherwing. This is going to get discounted pretty fast.
Yeah, this is probably a 4 4 like yeah, double because it's like all this deck building synergy.
I'll go 3/4. I'm not sure if the deck exists yet, but this could easily make it be a 0 mana 8.
Yeah,
just punch her in the face, even if it's like a 4 mana 8/8, whatever.
Yeah, you run a Raise Dead and you only run Flesh Giants, so you can always pull back Flesh Giants, and then you. I don't know. It's probably pretty ridiculous. So, all right. Disciplinarian Gandling. After you destroy a minion, play a minion, destroy and summon a 4/4 failed student.
This thing's gross.
I think it's really good in Warlock. Just works. You can use it with Death Rattle minions. I've already invented in my mind a whole Death Rattle kind of deck. Yeah, I think it's real good.
Goes right into Scrap Imp-Zoo.
Yeah.
And play this as another copy of Dark Pharaoh Takan if you want to do a lackey style deck.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this card would be good if it lost like 3 stats. This is an easy 4/4 for me.
Yeah. I'll go. Yeah, I'll go 4/4. I like this card a lot.
I hate this
Yeah.
card, but it's very good.
All right.
One web egg
One web egg.
and a 0 Death Rattle. Summon 2/1 spiders. If you discard it, triggers Death Rattle. I don't think we're ever discarding this.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think it's if you have this and Serpent Egg, and you have the gambling, and you can do the Evil Genius now because you have 2 eggs. I think you might play this card. Might not play this card too. But
Yeah, I think
it's
there's so much Death Rattle synergy right now. So like I feel like it's got a lot of potential. I've already like it can be used, you know, in a Death Rattle Zooey deck. Like you said, it can be used with the to get the lackeys. I think this card's great. Yeah, you don't even need to discard it. Like you just don't even need to run discard cards, and I think you still run this card.
Also, wondering Bone Web Egg and Serpent Egg and Gambling and Scrap Imp. Do you want to do like Abusive Sergeant or something?
Maybe. You also get the Scrap Imp just makes it. I could see that being run. But yeah,
I'll give it a 2.
yeah, I think 2/3 is right because it's not that strong independently, but there's so much synergy and it just works. Actually, I'm gonna give it 3/3 just because I love eggs, you know.
Sure.
And I'm gonna be making a deck with this card for sure. So.
Alright. You like Brittle Bone?
It seems a lot better in Warlock because you can tap with it, and you have all these things that damage your health, so you can run in like a mid-rangey zoo. 4 mana is pretty awkward on that, but still, like you're still killing something. So you could use it in like a kind of mid-rangey zoo with a tap or a flame imp. So it seems good.
Yeah, I think I kind of want to go 2/3 on this, but I could be talked into a 3.
I don't know. This card's actually very hard to evaluate, to be honest, because it's hard to see how practically useful it'll be. So if the meta is full of like turn 6 giant minions, this card's going to be insane. But like if the meta is full of turn 4 giant minions, this card might suck, you know?
If it's just low to the ground aggro garbage, this doesn't want to blow up a 1/2.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So I'll go 3/2.